prices in the grooming industry are so varied. Why is that?
It's not just about, pricing is not just about whether you are a home groomer, whether you've got a salon, or whether you're a big massive corporate business in an industrial estate, that kind of thing. It's not really about that. It's a very controversial conversation within the grooming community about costs and pricing and how we price our dogs. And it's very difficult for us to price our dogs correctly. At the end of the day, we're all selling ourselves too cheap. And it's very difficult for us to raise our prices when the public aren't educated in what we do. The public just say, how much is your groom? And they want to hand over their money. They don't think really about what they're paying for because they don't have a source of knowledge to know what they're paying for. They just want to know that the dog's been looked after and the dog looks nice when it comes out the other end. It's not really about your running costs and your business costs, although they are always very high. And it's not just about what goes on in the background of your business, your admin costs and things like that, your maintenance and the cost of the equipment you're using. I mean, you know, some of my brushes cost, you know, £150 each. My hair dryers, £300, £400, £500. You know, the list goes on and on. You've got your sterilisation equipment and things like that. Your training, the amount of training that goes in, you know, we're pumping thousands of pounds into our training. It's a skill set that is also a very dangerous job. We've got lethal weapons and moving live animals. And accidents can happen. And you have to know that you're taking your dog to someone who is capable of dealing with that dangerous situation. It's not just about a haircut. Unfortunately, because the public have not been educated into what is involved in the grooming and how dangerous it is, and you know, all what goes on behind the background, it's a whole subject you could talk about all day. They're kind of going along the lines of what they feel they should pay because they don't know. And you've got groomers who feel threatened by that, especially new groomers who aren't confident in what they are doing yet and don't have a senior skill set. And they're selling themselves off cheap just to get customers. And it kind of drives the price down. And then you've got a lot of really experienced, good groomers out there who are really underselling themselves because at the end of the day, they have to get customers and make money. And I feel as if there's a little bit of distance between the groomer and the client as far as knowledge and education goes. And once that becomes a better kind of, you know, a common ground, then I think we're looking at pricing more sensibly. And it goes the same with any pet industry as well, with the vets as well. The vets are underselling themselves now, and there seems to be this insurance culture now where people are being sold a package for insurance. People don't think I have to pay for their dogs themselves now. They're relying on insurance. And I don't blame the public for that. I just don't think the public have been educated yet. Nobody's telling them the cost of what it costs to have a dog. You know, I don't think you buy a dog from a rescue centre or a breeder and they're telling you, have you budgeted for the grooming? Do you know what's involved here? Do you know how much you might be spending at the vets, at the grooming, keeping your dog healthy, on nutrition? People don't know, and it's not fair. They're being missold, their pets, and then they can't afford to keep them.